I'm back with another one, with another refrigerator. It is that dude, the refrigerator dude. All right. So I just got this one back. I made a regular video about it, but I wanted to go live because I can. And I got it to the Cruise app, but I got it for free. So customer said, hey, he said, hey man, this only down to 30 degrees. I'm like, is that it? I said, yeah. So he thought, hey, it must be a thermostat problem. I'm like, probably not. So I'm gonna have to take this off the back of here and see what it's doing, because it's blowing cool air. That's cool. That's cool air. But if you're only dropping down to oh, it just shut off on me. And let's see why it shut off on me. Still got power, probably because I had the door open. But this is an oldie but goodie. You know, I like these refrigerators. It's a little dusty, but I'm gonna clean it up real good before I take it into the house. I'm gonna wash it real nice, like clean them up. And yeah, there's its specs right there. But why did you just shut off on me? You got power. You just shut off. Huh. Might have a thermostat problem. Or look in the back here, see what it's doing. Condensers. Might have a leak in the condenser coil. Don't know. So when that happens, you might have yourself a compressor switch problem. The problem with these is this is old, so it's probably 25 years old. That compressor switch ain't gonna have to go somewhere. Maybe somebody has it. Maybe Amazon has it if you're lucky. Anyway, so I have a fan back here, no condenser fan or evaporator fan, and you don't have okay, 134A. So if you want to know, there that is right there, 134A. I don't know much about this compressor. It's probably going to be on the inside. The information about it, you got your high side, low side. So this should be cool right here, and this should be warm. So outgoing, coming in. Yeah. So when you hook up the bullet valve, you want to hook it up to here. And this is cool. So there's no one going through it, but I think it might be low and freon. So this is cool. This should be warm. So yeah, warm to the touch. This should also be warm to the touch. Yeah. Well, high side, low side. When the compressor's on, it should be warm. Yeah, maybe get up to about 120, maybe something like that. But a compressor can get up to about 300, so it can burn you. So be careful of that. Also, if you're going to add freon, be careful, because if that freon gets on your hands, it can cause a freezer burn. So some of you who are novice like myself might have found that out the hard way. You can catch yourself a nice little freezer burn messing around with R600, 134. So the 134s are for the old refrigerators. You know, I got a 4-door in there that takes 134. The newer ones, I got one in there now, takes 600. That's the type of gas that goes into here. So if it's older, it's going to be 134, but they're switching over to butane, which is the same thing in your lighter. I know you've heard this all before, but you know, you're going to find me repeating a lot of information because I know that you guys are watching because people are commenting saying, hey, you're helping me out a lot. And that's really what I'm all about. I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. I don't get a monthly check on YouTube. So just so that you guys know that there's no monthly action going on here. Even though I am monetized, I just don't make a lot of money doing this. It's information that we all need to know because we can all, plug and play. It's usually some small thing. But like I said, I think my compressor switch just went out on me because it is not on. See? Nothing. Nothing. Now, being that it did do that, every refrigerator has a reset. And if it's not a button like the fancy ones, you can just reset it. It's usually unplug and plug it back in, or it's something up here where you got to go, usually something. So let's see. Also, another thing, the timer. These ones, okay, so let me explain something about the timer. Your timers are usually here, or they're at the bottom down here. That's where the ants are, but in the back. Or they might be right here. So you might have a timer that's sitting behind here, you guys. So know that if your refrigerator does this, it just shuts off. You're gonna need to take a screwdriver and stick it in the hole right here and turn it until you hear a click. See that right there? So I'm gonna do that. So this is how you diagnose what in the world is going on with your fridge. You're like, wait a minute, it just turned off on me. Why? Why did my frigidator? Why ain't it frigidated? Well, that's why. It turned off on you because you got some issues. So you got to dig into your stash and say, you got to dig into your wealth of knowledge and say, what's wrong with you? Yes, and then I can help you through, honey. What's wrong? Little Anita Baker. Wrong with you? Some Lysol, a little disinfectant. All right, so I need a screwdriver. I need a screwdriver. Yeah. All right, so I'll take this little guy, see if it works. Might be too small though. Might have to dig into my toolbox. Get me a bigger screwdriver. Anyways. Boom! You see that? You see that? One twist, came back on. Boom. One twist with your screw right here, refrigerator's back on. What does that tell us, people? What does that tell us? We have a bad timer. So we take it, we disassemble here. There's probably another, here's a screw here. Here, that's what's holding the timer in. You gotta unloosen this right here and right here. This is gonna drop down. Take that timer out. Yeah. So guess what we just did? Guess what we just did, people? Guess what marvelous thing just happened? What beauteous thing just occurred? What's marvel has befallen us? What has God given us? What has God given us? And I, the Lord, have given thou a refrigerator, a free refrigerator. Thou shalt have fruits and vegetables chilled to 38 degrees. Thou shalt have ice cream at 0. That is my what? No. Anyway, so yeah. So that's what happened. You know, has a bad timer. Timer shut off on us. And now the compressor is working again. You can hear it. Low side, high side. I know Freon's going through here because it's cooling. It's getting real cool. I'm going to tell you something else, people. Tell you guys something else. I overfilled one of these recently. It's sitting in there. When I did that, this whole line was nothing but frost. The whole line frosted up on me. And then when I turned it off, the pressure went up into the yellow. So I had to let some of the 134A out. It's a rookie mistake, but it happens. So if any of you guys are trying this at home and you don't know how much Freon goes into one of these, what you can do, what you should do, what you must do, get these numbers right here. See those numbers? They're probably going to tell you what kind of Freon goes into it, what kind of compressor, meaning the model, because it's on a compressor. It's not on the compressor switch. It's on the compressor. And so it's going to tell you all your information there. And it's also going to tell you high side, low side voltage. So you get your, I think that's your, 115 and 100, high side, low side. There's your model number, 0978742. Tells you what kind of Freon goes into it. R134A. I don't see where it says how much, but there's all your pertinent info. All right, so if you don't get your knowledge from there, you go in here and you say, what am I looking at? Well, not all of these will have this sweet tag on here, but this sweet puppy's been taken care of. The one guy who had it, some old Army vet. Army vets take care of stuff. It'll tell you, there is your model number. So any item that's on here that's broken, okay, so I'm gonna pull this timer out of here. There's a model number on the timer. But if I can't find this model number because it eroded, what I do is take the model number from the refrigerator and then punch in timer, and it'll tell me what timer goes with this refrigerator. Isn't that beautiful? It's also tell you the size. It'll tell you the year that it was manufactured, and it usually tells you who manufactured it and where. So sometimes that's important, kind of like a penny. You know, if the penny has a D on it, it'll tell you it was manufactured in, I think, Denver or something like that. So this will tell you when it was manufactured and who did it. Now, are we getting cold air? Yes, we're getting cold air. Could we get better air? Possibly. Do I want to go ahead and turn this up? No. But do I want my air to be colder? Yes. So I'm going to assume that it needs more of the good stuff. You need more good stuff, Baratna. You need that good stuff. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna take a look around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. Oh, oh, oh. All right, so this is some Walmart 134A. They only sell it for $20, which is a great price. But I'm not going to use this because it doesn't have leak sealant in it. Plus, this one's empty. Out of touch. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to put some of this on it. Some of this on it. Yeah. I'm going to put some of this right here. Because it has stop leak in it. And who knows, there might be a leak in there somewhere. I haven't put a leak tester to it yet, but I will here in a minute. Beep, 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 beep. So, yeah. Put some of this on it. Costs a little bit more because it has stop leak in it. Or you can buy yourself some 3-in-1, but that can get a little pricey. So before you get into the weeds with it, take out your, I need some more tools so I can, a lot of stuff you can test with just tools now. You don't have to pull it apart, even though I like pulling it apart. So yeah, it's got some coolage in here, nice. Let's check the temperature. 66. So 66 degrees, 69 degrees. So is it cooling down? What is it outside? Let's see what it is. 64 degrees, 65 degrees. Is it cooling down inside? Yes, it is. But not as fast as it would be because I am doing stuff to it. And I keep opening this door. And I want to know, does it have a leak? So I got my hand to dander. And I'm just going to do, but it's telling me that there's a leak in here somewhere. A little bit. Not much. But this old boy, yeah, it's probably full of gas. Got a little something in there. See? 3. So this has a small leak. I'm gonna reset my leak detector. Zero it out. Go in here. No leaks. All right, so let me educate you a little bit. If your refrigerator is a top freezer like this, 134, 420, which goes in your AC unit, 600A, what these gases do is they to the floor. They're heavy gases. So whenever you have a leak, and it's pretty profuse, and you have a top freezer, leak might be coming from up here somewhere, but you're not going to find it until you go down here and start looking for it. Now I can take this off of here and look for it, but I'm not going to do that. And sometimes you might put your leak detector in here, looking for a leak, and you might get a hit, but that's because The leak is actually up here, but it's falling down. Let me check the back of here. Turn my sensitivity up. Now, the good thing about this is it does have Freon in it, because I noticed, because my low side is getting cool. But how much Freon do we have? I don't know. These don't seem to have any major leaks going on, which is cool. Check down here. See, we got some leakage going on here. None. Leakage here. Now, when you're checking for leaks, you want to check where the welding is. So this compressor has been welded right here, right where this joint is. That's where they welded it. And it's been right here. So that's where you really want to check where the leaks are, wherever the welding joints are, because that's where a lot of your leaks are going to come from, because just wear and tear. But right now, I can't find any leaks on this. So I'm thinking that this compressor needs a timer, or I'm sorry, this refrigerator needs a timer, and the compressor needs some 134A. I'm gonna put 134 stop leak into it. I don't know yet how much goes into it. So when you don't know how much goes into a refrigerator, you look up the model number. Now here's the thing. Things change all the time. So what you gotta do, you gotta take your gauges. Try to get a little light here. I don't have enough light. Let's see my. You gotta check your gauges, and you gotta say, it's 134A, right? 134A usually takes about what, 4 ounces? So here's your gauge. This gauge right here gauges 3 different gases. All right? This gauge right here and these gauges right here are the same. About 3 different gases. Okay? There's my Vever 1-step right here. So this gauge right here is telling me the pressure of this refrigerator while it's off. So the pressure's high. But that doesn't mean that this has 30 ounces or close to 30 ounces of gas in it. Because if it did, it would be in the red when you turn it off. Pressure goes up when you turn them off. And that would be a huge mistake. Huge. I don't like mine to see yellow, let alone red. But so what happens when you turn your refrigerator off, your pressure goes up in your refrigerator. A lot of people don't know this. As soon as you turn it off, the pressure goes up. Every single refrigerator in the world does that. As soon as you turn it on, the pressure will drop. So this needle will go down. It'll just go, it'll sink down here, and it'll tell you what the true pressure is. Now, here's the thing about this refrigerator here. This is a Whirlpool. This compressor has 2 phases to it. And it's tricky. 2 phases to this compressor. I'm sure there's a more proper way of saying that. So it'll give you a couple different readings. You know, you'll have this compressor be on, it'll be, and you'll look and you'll be like, wait a minute, why is it sitting at 10? Why is the pressure at 10? Does it have 10 ounces in it? No, it doesn't. Then when you hear it wind up and try to cool the refrigerator down, you'll hear it wind up and then the pressure will sink down. And here's the thing, it'll mess with you. It'll mess with your head. It'll sink down into the dark green. But this is zero. See, this is the thing about these. This is the thing about these right here. The dark green where it starts out is actually zero. So if it's into the dark green, you're gonna be like, oh, it doesn't have any Freon in it. That's not true. Once it comes up to its normal phase, it's gonna tell you exactly how much is into it. See, this is how people overfill their compressors. And some technician's gonna get on here and tell me the real deal, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's true. But I know what I experience. So you may know technically more than me, but I know what I'm experiencing. And you can help me clear this up, exactly what's happening. All right? So just to give you guys some heads up, you DIYers out there who are struggling like myself, and you're hustling and you're trying to make a little side hustle where you're trying to save yourself some of that precious, and you're getting refrigerators, and instead of junking them, you're like, junk this refrigerator, I'm gonna fix it. And you come across an issue like that, and you get to the point where you're putting refrigerant in your refrigerator. It's just some steps that'll help you out. All right, and that's what I'm all about. The hokey pokey. Putting your left foot in and your right foot out. Doing a hokey pokey. And you turn yourself around. That, my friend. That's what it's all about. Yeah, so there it is. So if you guys got any questions, you can hit me up and I will tell you the truth. Maybe a little long-winded, so you can say, hey, give me the short version. I'll be like, do this, that, and this. Then you hit me back up and say, I did this, that, and this. And then I'll tell you what's wrong with your refrigerator. Now, here's the thing. If you do all the things I tell you, and you still got a problem, but let's just say you got a problem like, your compressor has Freon going through it. You know it because your low side is cool, right? And your high side is warm. So your compressor has Freon going through it, but you get right about there, and you notice that it's just a big chunk of ice building up there. Guess what? You got a block. You have a block in it. Yeah. You got a block. And you're going to have to, get that block up out of there. Now, one way of doing it is getting yourself a vacuum pump and just going ahead and taking a Freon out, which, you get yourself a can that, I forgot what they call that, but nonetheless, where you put Freon in, and then you can take that same Freon and put it back into your refrigerator. Or you can put new Freon in your refrigerator, however you want to do it. But if you have one of those and you got a block, you need to know why it's being blocked. So you can take all of the Freon out of there, suction it all out, wait till it hits zero, clean the whole damn system, and then go ahead and put new Freon in there. Now, the technical guys will go, that's a no-no. We're not doing that. What they're going to do is they're going to say, okay, I got a block here. I'm going to suction all the Freon out of it. And before I put new Freon in it, I'm going to go ahead and cut this suction line right here. I'm going to put a Schrader valve in there, and so I can go ahead and add Freon or take Freon out. So that's what I'm going to add and take Freon out. Then I'm going to take that filter dryer. I'm going to replace that filter dryer. So, bing, bam, boom, that's going to be replaced. Then after I do that, I'm going to push air all the way through the system to make sure the system's clean and push whatever gunk is in there out. And they're going to use a different kind of gas. I'm not sure what it is, but they're going to clean that whole system out, and then they're going to reseal this system. And then after that, then they're going to pump 134 back into the refrigerator, and then the refrigerator is going to run like, brand new. Hopefully. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It might not. Because now you have other issues that you got to deal with. One, if it had a block, you don't really know why it had a block. You may just be thinking there was something in it that blocked it. What was in it? Did these coils wear out on the inside? Because they're coated with stuff. And sometimes that coating gets a little, the coating that's inside of here gets loose in the system, and it builds up, and it can block a system. So if you're pushing air through there and the air doesn't come all the way through, now you got to find out exactly where it's at. Oh no. Now you got yourself an even bigger problem, because if this whole condenser is messed up, you got to go down here where the condenser connects. See that right there? Boom. Right here. Beep, bop, boop. Right here is where they welded this condenser. This is where they tightened it down, but this is where they welded it. This right here. So you're going to come here, with your welding tools. You're going to heat this up, and you're going to disconnect this right here. Then, of course, you already take these screws out, and this whole apparatus will come right off of here. Then you're going to, you'll have your new one. Go ahead and replace it, put all your bolts on there, and then weld it back to it, and then recharge the system. So if it's a refrigerator this old, it's not worth doing. But if it's a commercial refrigerator and you don't want to buy a new commercial refrigerator, you want to do it. Not to mention, your condensers are a lot smaller than this. This whole thing it's not a thing anymore. The condensers are usually up under there where the fan is. And so the condenser would be up under there. Your fan would be up under there. And then you know what else would be up under there? Your motherboard. Here, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me add a little light to this. This little light of mine. All right. So your condenser's here. Where you at? See it? See it way in the back right there? See that metal part? Boop, boop, boop. That metal part back there. See? They do the same thing with cars. They stuff these cars. Try to save you space. Doesn't save you. So here's your fan, your condenser, all your piping. Here's your motor, your compressor. Here is your motherboard. Boom, right there. Here's your filter. I forgot what this is called. Well, there's something else up under here. Your filter. Here's your water pump apparatus right here. Yeah. There's a bullet valve. That's what I'm going to put on the other one. But there's all your hardware, all your copper. This is stuff that people like to tear out and then take it to the junkyard. But the junkyard says, if you take this stuff out of here, we're not accepting your refrigerators. Isn't that something? They're like, no, we're not accepting it because we don't make any money unless we have these items here. I'm like, well, that's BS because this refrigerator, that's metal. You know how much that damn thing, well, that's 320 pounds right there. This one is somewhere around 280, 290. These son of a guns are heavy. What do you mean? And it's metal, it's solid. We don't know money if you take out the compressor. That's what they told me. Don't take out the guts. I'm like, BS. So what the guy asked me when I went to get this refrigerator, he says, are you a junker? I said, yes and no. He says, oh, you like to fix them? I said, I do. I will fix your refrigerator, sir. Right here, right now. And what he said was, I went and bought me a new one. He's like, I went and bought a new one. I said, sir, what'd you say was wrong with this again? And he told me, and I said, sir, your electricity might be a little wonky. I said, if you're not getting 120, your refrigerator's gonna do what you're describing. And now that I got it here, I think that's exactly what's going on. And I reminded him before I left, I said, test your sockets. And he was like, I'm gonna do that because I never heard of that. I said, yeah, if a thunderstorm comes through and you don't have a surge protector, your refrigerator can go right out on you. And you know what can go out on it? The timer. The timer will shut your refrigerator completely off. And guess what's wrong with this refrigerator? The timer. Yeah. So he said he just hooked it up today. His new refrigerator, just got it in there today. It usually takes about a week before that refrigerator cannot hit temperature and stay there. And when it does, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna hit me up on Facebook. He's gonna be like, excuse me, sir, you're the one that came and got my refrigerator. I'm just wondering about what you said about my electricity. And you saying that my electricity might be a little wonky. Is there some way that you can come on up here and test my electricity? And I'd be like, sir, yes, sir. You go on and get me a sandwich, sir, and you pay my gas, and I'll come right up there and test your refrigerator electricity. I'd do it just for you from one veteran to another. And you'll say, well, what kind of sandwich do you want, sir? I said, I fancy a turkey sandwich. I just go right down there to Riley's and get me one. He said, are you going to get chips and a soda with that? I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, well, it's on me. How about $25 to do it? I'm the sir, that is just fine. Then I'll go up there and test his sockets, all of them in his kitchen, laundry room. I will turn on his dryer, not his washer, because his washer is 120. His dryer is 220, 240. No, his dryer is 220, so 110 each side. So I'll turn on his dryer, and then while his dryer is on, I will have my meter plugged into the socket where his refrigerator is. And if the refrigerator goes from 120 and then drops down to 119, we know what the problem is. These are things that are happening to your houses, people, and you don't know it. And this is why you're having problems with your refrigerator. This is also why you're having techs come over and they're going, hey, your refrigerator's fine. Your refrigerator is fine. Your house is not fine. If you have If you're living by yourself and all of a sudden you invite somebody else into your house, that is going to cause your refrigerator to use more power. If you and somebody else is there and all of a sudden you invite, the grandkids over, and now there's 5 people in your house instead of 2, that's going to cause your refrigerator to use more power. It'll shut on and off more. Why? Because it's warmer in the house. Why? Because there are more people there and you're using more electricity. This can cause you to have problems with your refrigerator. All right. I'm just here to inform you guys so you can take action. Get yourself a couple tools, ask me some questions, and I'll tell you, and you buy me lunch. Tone, what's wrong with my refrigerator? Well, I'll tell you what. I fancy me a Reuben sandwich and some of that there sweet tea and some curly fries. You go on ahead and get into some of that, and I'll tell you what's wrong with your refrigeration. Sir, yes, sir. And while I am munching, well, after I'm done munching, I don't want you to hear me eating. I will analyze everything you say, and I'll get right back to you and tell you what the possibilities are. And what is the worst case scenario to my knowledge, and what is the least case scenario? The worst case scenario is you blew up your refrigerator and you need a new one. That hardly happens. Even though some refrigerators do explode. Because they have butane in them, so some refrigerators can explode people. But most likely you have some very minuscule problems that will cost you, if you do it yourself, most of your problems are $70 and less. If you do it yourself, most of them are $70 and less. That's it. That'll save you $300-$400, sometimes more than that. Let's see how we're refrigerating. 66, 66, 66. We are not cooling down. All right. We have cool air, but yeah, this is not cooling down. So what's going on? It's not cooling down, right? What we got? Somebody ain't playing fair. Dude! Somebody ain't refrigerating. I don't like that. Sir, you need to refrigerate. Somebody ain't refrigerating. That ain't right. What's wrong with the world today? Somebody don't want to refrigerate. Ain't right, I tell you. Your refrigerator ain't working. You ain't working. I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead and start taking this baby apart. That's what we's gonna do. It's gonna. A messy apartment. Refrigerators everywhere. I just wash clothes, so no shade. I just wash clothes. That's what it looks like, because I don't have a dryer. I don't have a dryer hookup, so all clean clothes. At least my clothes are clean. Now what? Now what? At least I got clean clothes. You suck. I need a new one of those. I need a new one. Where's my toolbox? Where's my toolbox? Where's my toolbox? Where's my it is my toolbox. Yeah, there's my toolbox. I get my light. Where's my toolbox? Where's my toolbox? Why, here's my toolbox. Where's my flashlight? Where's my flashlight? Ooh, yeah. There's my flashlight. There is my flashlight. Yeah. Hey. All right. What do I got? I need some tools. Where's my tools at, buddy? What do you have? I can use this. Tools in here. Tools. Where's my toolbox? Where is my toolbox? Where is my toolbox? Hell yeah! Somebody took my toolbox. Hey. Somebody took my toolbox. Where is my toolbox? Somebody took my toolbox. Hey, where is my toolbox? Where is that coming out? Yeah, it's coming out. Where's my toolbox here? I'm not taking that out. Not doing it. Fire up the little four-banger. Little Honda Civic. Where's my toolbox? It is my toolbox. Where's my toolbox? Shake, bang, bang. Somebody took my toolbox. I need to fix something. No. Somebody took my toolbox. I need to fix something. Where is my toolbox? The minor note. Baby bam boo, give my big bum bird, baba doody bam boo bam. PBS make songs out of anything. Shaka bam, shaka baga, my boo, bam boo bam. Come on, plug it. Slagger, beep, my beep, boop. Bunch of nonsense words, PBS. Where is his toolbox? Where is his toolbox? I was walking down the street yesterday. Where is his toolbox? Somebody asked me, was I okay? Where is his toolbox? I told him no and looked down slow. Where is his toolbox? I said I don't know which way to go. Where is his toolbox? I know I took that way too far. Probably lost a bunch of subscribers. Minor. Stay in a minor note. That's a major note. Minor notes. Major minor. All right. I need two hands. I need two hands for this fan. Two hands. This fan. I need two hands for this fan. I need the boom boom. Pots to bam. I need the boom boom in the pot of the pan. To put the pots in the pans. Okay. I need the boom boom boom. All right. What we got here? Oh. 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 Nan desu ka? Freon. Nan desu ka? Oh. Freon. Nan desu ka? I don't have enough Freon. Beep, bop, I got a boop, boop, boop. So I'm gonna test. I'm gonna put it to the test. See if we got a little leakage. Beep, bop, I got a boop, bop, bop, bang. Since it's on 5. That is a nice looking coil. Thanks for the like. That is a fabulous looking coil. That is a clean, clean, clean coil. All right. This does not have a leak. What happened is it ran out of Freon. Happens. So let me look at my specs. Here's my model number, specifications. Here's the size of it. Here's the size of the shelves. Total refrigerator volume, 20.3 cubic feet. Refrigeration features, tells you features. Freezer features. Cabinet features. Dimensions, tells you how tall it is, 68 tall, 29 deep, 31 wide, which is very, very, very important. Depths of the doors, it's also important. You guys know you can switch your doors from one side to the other, so you can open it from the right side or the left, whatever you choose. And those are all the specs that are here. The specs that I need are in the back where the compressor is. And some of you might know exactly what I'm looking for. The specs I am looking for are what? What is real? Sometimes this door tag will tell you what you need to know. Type, cubic feet, we already know that. Model number, we know that. Consumption, we know that. Per year. So this is telling you how many watts it will use per year. 741 watts a year. Thank you, but I don't need to know that. New refrigerators use a lot less than that. Here's what we need to know, isn't it? 134A, boom, we already know that. But what we don't know is how much goes into what. All right, so we know the voltage is going to pull from our high and low side is going to be, high side is going to be 60 volts, low side is going to be, looks like 50 volts. The high side is going to be 115, low side is going to be 100. 134A, how many ounces though? Is that it beside it? Looks like one. Looks like LRA. No, hamburger. Damn, that's a lot. That can't be right. 11? That can't be right. I know I didn't see that right. There's no way that's correct. But then again, yeah, that's 11.0. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. You are a greedy, greedy, greedy boy. You are a greedy boy. You are a greedy. A greedy. You are a greedy, greedy boy. That's all right. You're gonna make somebody happy. Always put your cords where they're not gonna get janked, because if you mess up these cords right here, you're gonna need a whole new one. So you're gonna have to go up here, take this apart, and buy this cord. It'll cost you about $35. So be careful with your cords. But let me see if I got any, let me see if I got some, I got a bullet valve. Might have one in the car. I go through these things. Sometimes I use two valves because I do things kind of weird. There's two valves on there, but don't hate me. Sometimes I can go through some bullet valves. No, there are none there, but I think there is one I think I do have one good one. Here's another thing you cannot do. You cannot reuse bullet valves. Found that out the hard way. So for some of you out there trying to champion a broken refrigerator and put new Freon into it, you cannot. There's one right there. This, ladies and gents, this is a bullet valve. See that? A bullet piercing valve. You cannot reuse these. So if you put one on your refrigerator or on your AC unit and you tighten that sucker down, when you loosen that, for one, you should never take one off. But if you're getting rid of the refrigerator, you're thinking, hey, I can take this off and reuse it. No, you cannot. It'll never tighten up again. I don't know why, but it is like that, and that's the way it is. Money's going out of record. People coming, people going, people born to die. Don't ask me because I don't know why, but it's like that, and that's the way it is. Disillusion is the word that's used by me when I'm not heard. I just go through life with my glasses blurred, and it's like that, and that's the way it is. Before I start this, weigh a little something down, catch my phone. Because my screws and stuff will fall right through the bottom here. Just like that. Fall right through the damn bottom. And I gotta move the whole damn thing just to get to them. So put a little something down. I'm just gonna put you down right there. Right there, baby. I'm just gonna put you down. All right, bullet piercing valve time. Time to pierce your bullet. All right. Like I said, this stuff is a little, it can get away from you, but do not fret. They are not expensive, but still, you don't want them to, there's a lot of little parts, but you don't want them to get away from you. So, there that is, bullet piercing valve. You gotta set these up on your suction line. So this is a suction line, which means going in, this a low line, high line, going out. That's where it goes in, converts, comes out. This is a suction line. So what the techs will do is they'll come and they'll braze this right here at a Schrader valve, and they'll do all their suction through there. But as DIYers who don't have that setup, which is very expensive, we will say, you know what, bullet valve time, it's bullet valve time. Now, the thing about your bullet valve is it comes with two of these, and you got to figure out which one fits on your line. So you have two different sizes. Looks like that one's gonna fit. So you gotta be careful with these, also with these bullet valves, because if you tighten it too tight, you can mess something up. If it's not tight enough, it will leak. I don't know. Kind of like that fit. That seems to be more of a tighter fit. Now some people will go ahead and, wipe this off and do stuff to it. I don't. I just put them on there. Here's the tricky part with these little buggers. I just go through life when my glasses blurred and it. So take your time when you're doing this. Don't be in a hurry, because if you are, you're gonna mess it up. If you're tired, take a break. Check 1, 2, and run it down the line. So it's 2 suction lines, boom, boom. You want to take the one that fits, slap it onto the bottom side. So this little fits here, fits right inside like so. Boom. Then you want to take it and clamp it to where this is going to be accessible. So you want it to be facing towards you so you can add your suction line. This right here. So I want it to be sitting somewhere like this. Something like this. 1. Here it goes. And do I like that? Do I like that? I don't know. I kind of like that. Let's see if I like this. Okay. I was walking down the street and she said, "Hello, I'm Kango from UTFO." She said, "So?" I said, "So, baby, don't you know? I can sing, rap, dance in just one show, Kango, this is sophisticated styles I got. Ain't nobody greater from beginning to end and to begin it. I never lose because I know about win, see if I was in lose. I never get upset because I'm not a gambler. I don't bet. I don't be in no casino. Baby, why you in Izzo? Izzo, cause I'm Izzo." All right, so that's a little difficult right there. So I may have to put on the smaller one. Baby, why you Izzo? Here we go, MD. Yo, MD. That's what you went about the thing with no experience. You should know. She doesn't need a guy like you. She needs a guy like me with a high IQ. Cause she takes to my rock, to this. The legendary rapper MD will never fast. She thought my name was Terry. She used to call me Barry. She lives in Mount Airy. Her father's a fairy. And did you know, after all that, all I received was a pat on my back. That's what you get. What happened to me? Ain't that right, Mix Master ICE? And do you know that was a true story? Roxanne. It was actually a true story. We thought it was just a song until she came out like,
I'm the real. Then it was Roxanne's grandmother, Roxanne's dad. It was a whole real story. It was hard as heck too. Boy, that song was so hard. And do you know, after all that, all I received was a pat on my back. That's what you get. It happened to me. And the right master I see. Roxanne, Roxanne. Roxanne, Roxanne. Then they had a song called Roxanne's a Man. Y'all are bugging on Roxanne. She lives in Mount Airy. Her father's a fairy. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see if this is gonna actually tighten up. It might. Make it the wrong size. Might not tighten up. Nope. Nope. So there you go when it comes to sizes. If this doesn't tighten up when it's all the way down, it's the wrong size. So you have to use the wider attachment because this is too small. So this right here is too small. You say, not today, buddy. Now some people will put a bullet valve also on the low side. I've seen them on both sides. I don't do that. Or I'm sorry. They'll put them on both. Damn it, I done got my damn sides mixed up. Low side. Low side, sorry, high side. Low side, high side. So one's going in, the other one's coming out. Because I'll be in no casino. Baby, why you nizzo? If you're saying something I don't know because I can't read what you're saying, I guess I could turn my thing around. Turn my phone around, but and did you know, after all that, all I received was a pat on my back. That's what you get. It happened to me. And all right, master, I see. All right, so we're gonna go with the thicker one. And we're gonna tighten it down. Finger tight, finger tight, finger tight, finger tight. Once again, be careful with these. Be careful with this, and once you tighten these down, you cannot reuse them. You also can't take them off now unless you're getting rid of the refrigerator. But you cannot reuse it even if you do take it off, so hand tighten them. Beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop. Still hand tightening. Hand tight. See if you're gonna give me any love, buddy. I don't know, that's pretty tight. It's still not. Oh, this is not good. That's That's way too much space. Oh, I'm not. All right. It's better than the last one, though. So, like I said, you want to be able to hook this up to here. So you don't want this to be facing this or even too close to that. So you wanna, and once you pierce this, it's gonna actually pierce the line. Yeah, this is not gonna work. So if it's not gonna work here, what do? I have to move up. This is a thicker line, and I'm gonna have to say, all right, buds, let me try a different line. But like I said, the professionals would usually go through this way. And sometimes they do what I'm doing. So some of you guys don't worry about what the professionals are doing. Not too much. Do watch their channels though. It gets a little difficult because this is not, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with this one here. There it is. There's that. There we go. Right here. Centrifugal force is trying to do its thing. You get a good grip. That's a damn good grip. But it might be a lot of space. So let me see how it's going to allow me to clamp down. Yeah, I'm not going to get a lot of. So there's too much space. I mean, you see that there? Even when I close it, boom, I'm at. So this is a bad fit. So what do? Pop this back off of there. Take my other one and say, you're up, buddy. They only give you two different sizes, so this one should work on this hose right here. You say, Tone, you don't know what you're doing. I'm like this. Look, we're all learning as we go. Even the professionals who go to school, they have to relearn stuff. You know why? Because things change. So I don't mind somebody saying I don't know what I'm doing. And people really do tell me, stop, you don't know what you're doing. And I go, these nuts, buddy. Because I am a DIYer. And this is what we live for. Oh, you know what? It can't be. Can't be. Cannot be. This cannot be. I tell those people who tell me to stop, I'm like, you stop. You go find something else to do. I'm Tone. This is my channel. I'm learning. People are learning with me. I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. Nobody's buying nothing from me on this channel. Nobody's going, I'm not going, hey, if you purchase, I don't have any commercials that are of me. I'm not selling you guys anything. I'm not trying to. I don't want to. Tell them you can make money. Who cares? Who cares? You ever help somebody out, especially like somebody who got kids, and you see the little rugrats, they have no idea what's going on. They don't know. They don't know the refrigerator's broken. But the mother's sitting there going, I need this, or I need that, or my dryer's broken, or this is broken. Can you come fix it? Can you do this? Can you do that? Kids don't know. When you look at them kids and you think, shoot, I was a kid once. I was hungry. Refrigerator empty. Something wasn't working. I wished somebody came along and helped us out. I wished. But no, I ain't getting no. There was no one. They didn't help us. We had to get out there and figure it out. And that's the way it goes in the merry old land of Oz. That's how it goes, people. You get out there, you figure it out, you spend hours toiling and failing and fumbling through life. And then when you finally get one answer right, you share it. You go, I did this, and this is what happened. Don't make this mistake. And then that person goes, you know what? I'm going to try it. And then the other person goes, hey, sounds like a good idea. And everybody's trying it. And that's what happens. That's what happens. So yeah, I'm failing. I'm failing right now. And it usually doesn't take this long, but I'm failing. I'm okay though. I'm failing at my house, on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Grab me some tea and some chicken. Play some StarCraft. Watch some YouTube. Read the Word of God and go to sleep. And you know what I got to do tomorrow? Nothing. Not a damn thing. You know what I'll be doing in the middle of the night? Messing with this. I'll go to sleep. I'll get up in the middle of the night, come out into my living room, start messing with it again. Why? Because it's my house. And this is what I like to do. Hell, I just sold a refrigerator 2 days ago. Had that thing for months. Finally decided to post it. Wasn't even clean. Hell, I cleaned it. Somebody came and picked that joker right up. I got another hit for it today. Oh, you summer lover. You summer lover. Ah. Ah. Come on, baby. I can't put you on here wrong, because if I do, I'll pay for it. Ah, you summer lover. Got another hit for one today. I was like, man, I sold it. I was like, but I got another one its size, just not like it. He said, man, you're 3 hours away from me. I said, I'll meet you halfway. I'll load up the truck, baby. You ain't said nothing. You ain't said a ding dong dang it, as my mother said. Not a ding dong dang it. You ain't said nothing. I will load that truck up, that fridge, and I will head your way, my Baratna. I could go this way too. I just don't like the whole U shape. I like to get it. So I'm gonna go bottom first. You ain't said nothing, Baratna. Oh, I can't get this to stick. Ah! Oh! Somebody's gonna clown me online, and I'm gonna laugh right with them, because this right here is. Dude, you should have did this. I know, man. You don't know what you're doing. I know. I know I don't know what I'm doing. I know I'm having a good time. I know, I know, I know, I know, but you don't. I'd like to take life slow and easy as it goes. Go ahead, I'll see you when you get there. You get there first. I'll take my time. Mine. I know, I know the way things go. I like to take it slow. You don't like to, that's on you. I know, I know. Ah! Oh, come on, baby. Oh, there it is. I know, but I know. You got to let me go. Not everyone's in a hurry. You're too worried. If I can lay back and let the world go by, I'll do it every time. If you don't mind. Oh, I know, I know. You know what I think right here? I think this is a bad valve. That's why it's not. Because usually they don't give me this much trouble. Yeah, something's wrong with this valve. See, that's what I was saying. See this is a bad valve. This doesn't usually give me this much trouble. I don't have any more. And I know it's a bad valve because these screws, once you tighten up, they'll never loosen like that. So I got a bad product. I'll go and pick up some tomorrow. I'll let the guy know, and he'll probably give me one for free. But it happens, you guys. Bullet valves should go on there pretty damn easy. But if you got it on there and you're tightening it up, and then it's not getting any tighter, but it's still loose, you either got the wrong size fitting. But if you have the right one on there and the screws coming loose, that bullet valve is no good. It's no good, and no matter what you do, how much you tighten it down, it'll still be loose, and you won't be able to pierce your line. And if you can't pierce your line, you can't put fluid into it. So this is no good, and I'll go ahead and I'll pick one of these up tomorrow. They're like, I don't know, $6, $7. You pick one of these up, $6, $7. I usually pick up about 4 of them just to be sitting around the house. But yeah, it was not able to fit on any of these lines, and it kept coming loose. So I don't like when it does that, because then you'll have yourself a major leak. And I know what I know. And you don't want that. I got the power. Oh man, I'm chilling out here. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. Burn it. I got the power. Go ahead and tighten this project up and take it in the house. He can take my heart. He can take it all over. He's got the power. Oh. Don't say this, don't say that.